Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you are well. My name is I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K or UHDking. During this video I'm going to demonstrate Doom Eternal PC game running in 4K resolution, which is 3840 by 2160 pixels rendered in real time. I'm going to show you three different presets. I'm going to show you Ultra Nightmare, as you can see right now. Then I'm going to show you high preset, and I'm going to show you the low preset. So three different presets. We're going to start with the Ultra Nightmare. As you can see, everything at the Ultra Nightmare, and the motion blur is off. Field of view should be 120. Make sure that you enable it just like that. Here we go, and I'm going to start with the first level. I'm going to delete this campaign, and the purpose of this video to benchmark, to test the PC hardware so we can compare with the future video cards, future processors, future PC computers, PC hardware, etc. Okay, and see how well the technology is improving over the years. You want to keep your eye at the right top corner. The information is self-explanatory. Right now, the game is going to do the render some scenes using the game engine. So this is not the pre-rendered videos. It's going to be rendered videos in real time using the game engine. It's not like pre-rendered videos. Okay. It's like frame by frame rendered within the game engine. 4K resolution on a single Titan RTX that at maximum overclock while using the software in a home safe environment, which is 100 MHz on the GPU, additional overclock, and 1000 MHz on the VRAM, which stands for the video RAM. So from 7000 MHz on the VRAM, I went to 8000 MHz just because it's GDR6 times 2, 16,000 MHz from 14,000 MHz amazingly, and the bandwidth will be 769 gigabytes per second. Titan RTX and RTX 2080 Ti using the same GDR6 by Samsung. However, on Titan RTX it's using 382-bit bus, while on the RTX 2080 Ti video card it's using 352-bit bus. Keep that in mind. And the difference will be 60 gigabytes per second. The difference on the Titan RTX in terms of the bandwidth is high, 60 gigabytes per second, and additional overclock right now for free. Pretty much added additional 100 gigabytes per second. So over the RTX 2080 Ti, we are 160 gigabytes per second faster in terms of the video RAM bandwidth than RTX 2080 Ti video card running stock. Keep that in mind. RTX 2090 video card will be 1.7 times at least faster than you can see right now FPS at the right top corner. And please keep in mind that I'm recording this video today with Nvidia ShadowPlay. It's a software recording on the same computer and consuming some computing performance, so pretty much add 3 FPS to the FPS counter without the recording. I'm not recording this video with the professional video recording equipment. I'm using this software, Nvidia software, which is the best video capture software that is available because it's utilizing the software and hardware capabilities of our Nvidia video card. In our case, it's during GPU architecture GU102 Titan RTX video card. Doom Eternal PC game doesn't support SLI, so only single video card is possible because it's using Vulkan API to render the game. Again, the purpose of this video is not the gameplay, but I will try to also show you a great gameplay. But the purpose of this video is to show you the performance. So your eye should be focused at the right top corner. Wow, it's running so fast in 4K resolution. This is just unbelievable. 150 FPS average. Guys, keep in mind that I recorded on the same PC in 6K resolution, 5K resolution, 7K resolution, 8K resolution, 10K resolution, and 12K resolution. 16K video resolution is not possible on a single Titan RTX video card because the VRAM limitation, 24GB of VRAM, is not possible for the 16K video resolution in Doom Eternal PC game under the Turing GPU architecture, texture, and frame buffer compression rate. Keep that in mind, and algorithms. Okay. Still above 150 FPS, which is amazing, especially when we are going to compare the performance on the same system in 8K video resolution, because 8K video resolution with the same preset will be a little bit above 40 FPS average, around 40 FPS average in 8K video resolution under the 8K gaming. But under the 4K video resolution, 4K gaming, as you can see, our performance is just on another level. It's just unbelievable fast. Turing GPU architecture has no problem RTX 2080 Ti video card or Titan RTX video card in Doom Eternal PC game. It's just running it like it's nothing in 4K resolution. The problem starts in 8K resolution because it's not running so smooth. Under the 8K resolution, while you're using the Titan RTX video card, you're going to receive a little bit of stuttering. Please keep that in mind. And the stuttering is pretty much created not just because the GPU architecture, but just because the latency delay. And latency delay, as you can see at the right top corner, close to the FPS in the MS. MS stands for the milliseconds, so it's milliseconds before each frame is rendered. Right now it's below 10 milliseconds, which is amazing. Below 10 milliseconds, this is exactly what's running so smooth. Below 5 milliseconds, it's running like a godlike. Keep that in mind. So there is no latency below 10 milliseconds or even below 15 milliseconds in Doom Eternal PC game, this particular game. Alright, it's time to finish up and switch to higher preset in about a second. It's running so smooth. I'm having so much fun right now, guys. It's just unbelievable. As again, RTX 3090 video card will show at least 1.7 times at the right top corner, and RTX 3090 Ti video card will show 2 times at least at the right top corner on the same computer. 12900K will show about 3 FPS more than you can see right now, 3-4 FPS more, but not that much. And you gotta overclock your 12900K, because right now my 9900K is overclocked to 5.3 GHz, and it's very aggressive frequency for 9900K, and pretty much it's almost as fast as single 12900K running stock. Keep that in mind, almost at that level. 12900K will be at stock a little bit faster by hair, but if you're looking to boost up in terms of the FPS, when 12900K CPU will be overclocked, you're going to receive about, as again, 3-4 FPS as a boost. But pretty much this is the maxed out, maximum possible performance for the Turing GPU architecture by Nvidia. So pretty much for 4K resolution, you're going to be way above 120 FPS. Especially when you're running the CPU such as 8000 series, 9000 series, and newer by Intel or AMD, newer CPU architectures, you're going to be way above 120 FPS constantly. Keep that in mind. And even right now, I'm above 130 FPS on average while I'm recording, so plus 3 FPS to the FPS, 3-4 FPS to the FPS counter while I'm not recording, and almost 140 FPS on average. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable performance and great performance. Okay, alright. So there is one more zombie to go, and we're done. Beautiful. Enjoyable experience in 4K resolution, even on a single Titan RTX video card. It's just unbelievable. So pretty much RTX 3080 video card will show you the same performance. RTX 3080 Ti video card, when it's going to be overclocked, it's going to be a little bit even faster than you can see right now at the very top corner. Keep that in mind. So if you're looking to have fun and comfortable gameplay in Doom Eternal PC game, you want to have your FPS at 120 FPS, 110-120 FPS. This is exactly when you're not going to receive that stuttering. That not kind of silky smooth experience. Silky smooth experience starting in Doom Eternal PC game in 110-120 FPS. Because it's going to show you around below 15 milliseconds latency delay. Alright? Alright, so I showed you guys 140 FPS. This was under the preset Ultra Nightmare. Let's go ahead and switch to high, which will be a little bit lower. We're going to lower our visual preset. So again, Ultra Nightmare, beautiful performance under Ultra Nightmare, completely untouched, enjoyable experience. And as again, Titan RTX video card is not to play the games in 4K resolution. Keep that in mind. I'm about to explain to you in a second why you need Titan RTX video card as a user of 2 years of 2 Titan RTX video cards. So high preset, this is how we're gonna do it, guys. Completely, as you can see, high preset, 4K resolution. Let's go ahead and campaign and delete our campaign and start it over. Okay, here we go. So Titan RTX video card, you want to have one, because otherwise you want to have the RTX 2080 Ti video card. If you're talking Titan RTX video card, you want to have 2 of them and you want to run them in SLI. Unfortunately, Doom Eternal PC game doesn't support SLI because it's using the Vulkan API, and this particular game engine doesn't support SLI. So you're not going to utilize 2 Titan RTX video cards in SLI in Doom Eternal PC game, no matter how you're gonna try. Believe me, guys. Alright, but Titan RTX video card is great only when you're going to have 2 of them in SLI, when we are talking PC gaming. And SLI will be supported only by DirectX 9, DirectX 10, and DirectX 11 API. Those old school PC games. Newer PC games will support DirectX 12 API and newer. That means no SLI will be supported. So if you're talking PC gaming and Titan RTX video card, you want to have 2 Titan RTX video cards, you want to run them in SLI, and you want to have a games that was released before 2016 or in 2016. Like games in 2018 going to support DirectX 12 API most likely, and it's not going to utilize the SLI. Okay, so secondary video cards will be useless. And when you're having 2 Titan RTX video cards, you don't want to test them in 4K resolution because your GPU utilization is not going to be great in 4K resolution. You want to have Titan RTX video cards, 2 of them, and you want to play games in 7K resolution as at least, as minimum, or 8K resolution. And as again, games that was released in 2016 or older games. That means that you will play them in 8K resolution and above. When you're gonna see when I'm playing 10K resolution, 12K resolution, and 16K resolution over the UHDking.com while using 2 Titan RTXs, and FPS will be great in those type of games. Okay, this is only when you're looking to have Titan RTX video cards. You want to have 2 of them, you want to play at least 8K video resolution, and games that supports DirectX 9, DirectX 10, DirectX 11 API, which is the older games. So you want to stay away from SLI, guys, in 2022, 2023. You only want to SLI and buy secondary Titan RTX when the price will be like $500, $400 on eBay in 2023, and when the price will be right, and if you already have the one video card, so you're gonna buy it as a pair, as a secondary video card. Otherwise it's a useless equipment, useless hardware in the end of 2022 and 2023. You better stick with the newer video card, single video card. Keep in mind that single video card performance will be always better than similar performance out of the 2 video cards in SLI. You only want to do the SLI when the price is right, when it's absolutely right, and you know for sure that you're going to utilize that SLI. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. It's running unbelievable well, guys. Look at this high preset, which is almost as same as Ultra Nightmare in terms of the visuals. Not far away from that in terms of the visuals, but the FPS is almost 160 FPS. Without the recording, average will be right over here, 160 FPS for sure. This is unbelievable. I just saw one about 170 FPS. Wow. It's running silky smooth and unbelievable experience. Pretty much this is the experience on the RTX 3080 video card. But RTX 3080 video card is not going to have 24 GB of VRAM as Titan RTX has. But as again, those type of VRAM capacity, you only need it when you're playing games above 4K resolution. Okay? And single power out of the single Titan RTX video card computing power is not enough for 8K resolution. Alright, so if you're looking somehow right now at this video and you're looking to have the same performance, make sure to grab yourself a single RTX 3080 video card or RTX 4060 video card, and you're going to receive the same performance, much cheaper price, and at the lower power consumption and lower energy bill. Keep that in mind. Alright, so only buy a secondary video card, which is Titan RTX, when you're rendering your PC games in about 4K resolution, just like I do over the UHDking.com. Otherwise, it's a useless piece of equipment. Unless you're doing some 3D rendering in Octane under the Blender 3D application, then you can utilize 2 Titan RTXs, 3 Titan RTXs video cards, even 4 Titan RTXs video cards, if your motherboard is allows, while rendering some great scenes under the Octane 3D render in the Blender application. The design for the 3D render, because again, it's not a game, and it's going to utilize even the 8 Titan RTXs in this SLI. But as again, it's not going to be a SLI, it's going to be multiple GPUs technology. Okay, utilization under the OpenCL, I believe they're utilizing OpenCL, if I'm not mistaken, but they're going to utilize all your CUDA cores properly. So Titan RTX or one or more is a great idea if, as again, if you're doing it as professionally in the Blender. Blender is the only application that I know that going to utilize more than one Titan RTX at 100%. Or maybe some machine learning or something like that, but for the most people, only if you 3D artist, this is where you're going to take advantage. But as again, if the price is right, because the RTX 4060 video card will, guys, for $400 will show you the same performance, okay, and the difference will be only in terms of the VRAM capacity. And as again, VRAM capacity, that much VRAM you only need it when you're playing games above 4K resolution. Otherwise, the VRAM that will be featured on the RTX 4060 video card or RTX 3080 video card will be more than enough to play the games. Keep that in mind. It's just running such a great, guys, unbelievable performance right over here. The FPS is crazy, as you can see. We improve about 10 FPS while switching between the presets because our FPS is pretty high. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that big advantage. So maybe at the low preset we're going to reach 170 on average. I'm not sure, but hopefully we need to find out. Don't forget to check out 8K resolution on the same system, guys. The difference in FPS will be like day and night. Because again, right now I'm running 4K resolution native screen, and during that type of video I was running 8K resolution native screen as well. Alright, so we have one more zombie to go, I believe, right? Yep. It's coming. Come to Papa. Here we go, we gotcha. Let's go ahead and have a look at another 3D rendering scene over here. Using the game engine, so it's not the pre-rendered video, it's re-rendering every single frame while using the game engine, so the computer stress at the maximum, just like you're playing the game, but the static camera, so we can compare this with the different systems in the future over the UHDking.com, or you can compare it with your videos as well. You can do the split screen. You have my permission. Make sure that the credits and the stats at the right top are visible while comparing my results versus yours, and you can upload it to your YouTube channel. Got my permission as again. Great FPS, high preset, 4K resolution, unbelievable experience. Okay, over here at 100 FPS. This is the scene with a lot of geometry, as you can see, going on, and pretty much the open environment. Alright, let's go ahead and go to main menu and switch the preset to lowest possible preset now. Let's go ahead and have a look. Okay. So this was at the high preset, as you already know, right? With 120 field of view. Make sure this is 120. And dynamic resolution is off. Make sure it's off as well, because it can compensate. It can give you a little bit higher performance. Make sure the dynamic resolution scaling mode is off, just like that. Very important. And your desktop resolution running native 4K resolution. So okay, 4K resolution, lowest possible preset. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Can we achieve 170 FPS average? I think we could, because the performance will be like maybe 5% boost while switching between the high to low, but just because FPS is so high, there is a possibility we can achieve 170 FPS average during the gameplay. Look at this, during this scene it's 170 FPS right here. And as again, without the recording, please add 4 FPS to the FPS counter. 96% on the GPU load, so we cannot utilize fully our Turing GPU architecture TU102 that is equipped in our Titan RTX video card today, because 4K resolution cannot utilize all the CUDA cores by the Nvidia driver. And it's not because the CPU is not fast enough, it's just because the Nvidia decides that our FPS is so high, so it's not utilizing, as you can see, the full GPU. Our CPU utilization overall below 60%. I never saw above 60%. That means that CPU utilization is healthy, even with the 6 physical cores, because I disabled 2 physical cores in the BIOS, and I disabled the hyper-threading technology, because each physical core is equal 3.5 hyper-threaded cores using the hyper-threading technology. So it's slow, it's creating some latency, and during the games I'm only utilizing the physical cores to reduce the latency, to boost stop and receive the as much as FPS as we can get. Hopefully guys this makes sense. Our VRAM utilization below 8000 megabytes, check it out. So we reduce our VRAM utilization. So pretty much 4K resolution with the 8 gigabytes of the VRAM, you're going to be Gucci in a Doom Eternal PC game, okay? But this is not going to be the case in the games that was released after 2020. You're looking to have 12 gigabyte of VRAM for 4K resolution to be Gucci. So if you're looking to buy a video card and you're looking to have a great future with that video card, you want to make sure that your video card, no matter what kind of video card you're buying, 12 gigabyte of VRAM, guys. Especially if you're playing in 4K resolution, because games that are going to be released after 2020 will require above 8 gigabytes of VRAM at the maximum possible visuals. Keep that in mind. Beautiful visuals, but not as detailed if you're going to compare it with the 8K resolution over the UHDking.com, or 12K resolution with the 3 8K screens in vertical mode. Go ahead and check it out, because Titan RTX video card is allowing us to play with 3 8K screens in Doom Eternal. VRAM of 24 gigabyte on each Titan RTX will be good enough for 12K resolution with 3 8K screens in vertical mode. Hopefully guys this makes sense. Look at this, way above 170 FPS. I just saw it like 187. So yep, the experience in 4K resolution on single Titan RTX is amazing. So you're going to have a lot of fun, guys. It's just beautiful experience on the i9 9900K or pretty much on any 9000 series CPU, but make sure that your 9000 series CPU above 5 GHz and your FPS will be almost the same. Alright, yeah, FPS is crazy. Latency delay below 10 milliseconds, so very comfortable gameplay. I don't feel any stuttering, anything, it's just running beautiful. And as again, this is running lowest possible visual preset, but it doesn't matter. When I tried the Ultra Nightmare, which is the maximum possible preset, it was also without any stuttering. It was running so smooth and beautiful. So if I would play it, I would play it 4K resolution maximum visual preset on the single Titan RTX video card, and RTX 2080 Ti video card will demonstrate similar performance, maybe 2 FPS lower that we can see right now, due that our VRAM bus and bandwidth is higher on the Titan RTX by 60 gigabytes per second, which is going to increase 1-2 FPS because of that, and our GPU computing performance is higher as well by 250 CUDA cores. So Titan RTX video card has 250 CUDA cores more than RTX 2080 Ti video card, but pretty much is just the same GPUs. Same technology, same GPUs, only 250 CUDA cores on the single Titan RTX advantage. But that advantage you're going to feel a lot in the games that supporting 2 Titan RTX video cards in SLI, especially when you are benching versus the 2 RTX 2080 Ti video cards in SLI versus the 2 Titan RTXs in SLI. You're gonna feel that advantage a lot because it's going to be 512 CUDA cores advantage, and 500 CUDA cores advantage on the Turing GPU architecture. You're gonna feel it, guys. It's not that joke. It's a great advantage. Wow, it's a bunch of meat and game looking great. But after the Ukraine footage, Russian-Ukraine war in 2022, it's 14 days after that, after Russia attacked the Ukraine, I don't feel that much excitement, guys, unfortunately, because I saw a lot of bad footage when a lot of people died. But the game, as again, is great. It's just what I'm feeling right now at the moment. But the Doom Eternal PC game, if you can see this game below $10, it's worth every single penny. Especially to release the stress after the work, just to play and enjoy it, just great. If you don't like the games to think a lot, if you like the shooters, Doom Eternal PC game is just great. So pretty much, guys, this is the performance of the single RTX 2080 Ti video card, or Titan RTX video card, or RTX 2080 video card. That's what you're watching right now. Or RTX 4060 video card, and you better stick with RTX 4060 video card in the end of 2022, in the beginning of 2023, because the power consumption will be like so low, and it's going to be quiet and much better experience. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. Beautiful experience, even in 4K resolution. The visuals are great. But believe me, guys, after playing too much games in 8K video resolution, 4K resolution in 2022 for me is not cutting already. It feels like not at the level when we are comparing with 8K video resolution. But Doom Eternal PC game actually feels great even in 4K resolution. But 1080p is just so washed out. 1080p in Doom Eternal PC game is not okay. If you're going to play Doom Eternal in 4K resolution after 1080p, you're gonna feel the difference. This is for the people that cannot play Doom Eternal in 2022 in 4K resolution. It's just unbelievable experience. So 12 FPS improvement, high preset over versus the low preset. Not bad, not bad. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I showed you everything what you need to see. And as again, this is my system in the background. Let me introduce you to the system. This is a photo of this system that is running. It's running Corsair H150i Pro water-cooled AAO. As you can see, this is the pretty much the benchmarking on the IDA 64 Extreme. As you can see, cache and memory benchmark, and my DDR4 3300 MHz CL11, unheard of. This is pretty much the fastest possible DDR4 because I'm using DDR4 by Corsair 5000 MHz, but it's unstable on this motherboard, which is Maximus 11 Hera, and pretty much unstable on any motherboard by Intel except the 12000 series that I'm about to test, but it's going to be stable on MSI Ryzen 5000 series claimed by Corsair, which I have a little bit doubt. If it's going to be unstable of 12900K CPU and its motherboards 700 series by Intel, then this Corsair 5000 MHz memory by Micron is just pretty much on paper 5000 MHz, but as you can see, I utilize it with CL11 and my latency delay below or faster. The lower, and NS stands for nanosecond, the lower is better, lower than stock 12900K communication between the system RAM and the CPU. This is the communication, memory communication between the system RAM and CPU, and the DDR4 3300 MHz CL11 is just unbelievable. So GPU was overclocked by 100 MHz, VRAM by 1000 MHz, as already told you. My multi-thread ratio for 6 cores, 6 threads, 5.7, which is great. Let me show it to you in comparison, 3950X. Let me show you 10900K. Check it out. It's so fast. You're looking at the single thread values because I'm not talking about the workstation. If I'm going to do a multi-thread values, then I'm going to enable all the 8 physical cores because right now I disabled 2 physical cores and I'm going to enable the hyper-threading technology for the best possible multi-thread score. But we're going to look at the single thread score because this is value is important when we're talking PC games. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. So I showed you a little bit of the CPU. This is the same CPU. As you can see, we are by 100 points faster and on the single thread performance versus the same CPU. Alright, guys, that's pretty much it. For those who's curious, let me show you real quick the GPU Z and just the performance of the Turing GPU architecture TU102 GPU, which is equipped on this Titan RTX video card. So check it out, guys. This is the maximum possible value in a home safe environment that you can play on. Pixel fill rate 179 gigapixels, textual fill rate 528 gigapixels. Pixel fill rate, it's all about GPU overclocking. Textual fill rate is going to be the GPU overclocking as well, and the bandwidth will be based on our VRAM, 768 gigabytes per second. This is a lot. This is with free overclock, and after I'm going to bring it to stock, disable our free overclock, you're going to see that my bandwidth will drop down to 672 gigabytes per second. So I lost over 100 gigabytes per second advantage, and that free overclock pretty much boosted a lot in terms of the bandwidth. So we can push more bandwidth, we can push more data, and to push more data to compute. So pretty much it makes sense to overclock your video card, especially if you're playing above 4K resolution. Keep that in mind. All right, so you saw everything what you need to see pretty much. Let me show you as again. 5300 multiplier as external frequency, which is 5.3 gigahertz, and 52 multiplier for the AVX2 frequency, which is 5.2 gigahertz. As you saw during the gameplay, it was jumping, and this is the nature for the 9000 series Intel CPUs. And here we go, Maximus 11 here. This is my memory, 1650 times 2, 3300 megahertz, because DDR4 CL11 1T command, unbelievable. And cache frequency on CPU also 48 multiplier, which is 4.8 gigahertz, unbelievable value. So as you can see, Corsair 5000 megahertz, 2500 megahertz times 2, CL18, but is again unstable on this motherboard. So I showed you guys everything what you need to know. As again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends. Check out the UHDking.com YouTube channel. Check out on the Titan RTX and two Titan RTXs in SLI, in two-way SLI. Great videos in 4K resolution, 5K resolution, 7K resolution, 8K resolution, 10K resolution, 12K resolution, even 16K resolution that you don't want to miss. And I will see you guys till the next time. Have a great day. Till the next time.